So we've got people lined up for questions. I just got one more, because you used the word Christian. Have you ever asked God for forgiveness?
That's a tough question. I don't think in terms of, I'm a religious person. Shockingly, because people are so shocked when they find this out, I'm Protestant, I'm Presbyterian. And I go to church and I love God and I love my church.
But have you ever asked God for forgiveness?
I'm not sure I have. I just go and try and do a better job from there. I don't think so. I think if I do something wrong, I think I just try and make it right. I don't bring God into that picture.
So that clip was from a family leadership summit, and Trump absolutely just does not want to ever ask God for forgiveness. Why is that? And what kind of Christianity is that, right? If I were to say I'm a Buddhist that never meditates, or I'm a witch that never casts a spell, or a yogi that doesn't do yoga, you would think I was insane. But for whatever reason, this guy right here can get away with saying, I've never asked God for forgiveness, but I'm a Christian. This is completely insane. One of the very first things that Jesus talks about when he begins his earthly ministry is he gives us a way to pray. He's like, don't pray like the hypocrites, pray the Lord's Prayer like this. And what he says after like the first two things, right? Hallowed be your name, your kingdom come, give us this day our daily bread. After those first two things, it's like, forgive us, forgive us. The first thing you do as a Christian, as a follower of Christ, is you ask God to forgive you of your sins. This is so fundamental. Then, of course, flip over to Isaiah chapter 55, go to verse 6, and it says, seek the Lord while he may be found, call upon him while he is near, let the wicked forsake his way. And then at the bottom it says, for he will abundantly pardon. Last time I checked, in order for somebody to be pardoned, they have to admit to guilt, admit to their sin, and then the pardoning can happen. But there has to be a confession and admission to Jesus. This is so simple and fundamentally how Christianity works. Oh, but I know what people are going to say. Hey, Abraham, I checked out that clip. That's from 2015. Trump's a changed man. He's changed a lot since then. That was a while ago. Well, check out this other clip. When he was on the campaign trail, Trump made like 1 million appearances on different podcasts. This one is Lex Fridman, and this is just from a few months ago, a couple months ago. And he directly asks Donald Trump, where are you going when you die? Are you afraid of dying? And this is his response as a born-again radical Christian, right?
One of the tragic things about life is that it ends. How often do you think about your death? Are you afraid of it?
It is what it is. I mean, you know, if you're religious, you have, I think, a better feeling toward it. You know, you're supposed to go to heaven, ideally not hell, but you're supposed to go to heaven if you're good.
Well, so much for I am the way, the truth, and the life. No one comes to the Father except through me, Jesus said. But Trump said, hey, as long as you're good, you'll make it. You could be in the Baha'i faith, Muslim, it doesn't matter, Hindi, you could do whatever you want. You could do yoga, you could do Islam, whatever. It doesn't matter as long as you're a good person. So universalism, just in case you didn't know, is 100% contradictory to the Bible. Now, everybody knows John 3:16, but if you just go a little bit past it, John 3:20, everyone practicing evil hates the light and does not come to the light lest his deeds should be exposed. That is 100% what we're seeing from people like Trump. Obviously, he doesn't want to admit that he's wrong, never wants to ask for forgiveness, doesn't think in terms of that way, just tries to do better, whatever that is. There's no standard. This dimensionless is not following anything that the Bible is saying. So what exactly is he following? This is the question. I think we're going to find out the answer with the second Trump presidency real quick. Oh, and in case you weren't aware, the upcoming Trump presidency 2.0 will have an unusual amount of power according to Bloomberg, and that's because Trump is going to have the Senate and the House in his back pocket. He's going to be able to pass pretty much whatever he wants, whenever he wants. So I would be very, very cautious. I think you're going to find out exactly what Trump's true colors are. You honestly should by now already know. It's pretty clear as day, but there's been a lot of false prophets, a lot of smoke and mirrors telling us that this guy right here is a radically born-again Christian man, and it's just not true, man. You got to see past the smoke and mirrors and the lies. It's really, really thick. Stay close to Christ. God bless you. I'm your brother Abraham, and take care of yourself.